Hi everybody, it's Kathy from Sycamore and Cotton, and I am really excited because this is my first YouTube video. I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for a while. I really enjoy watching people like myself who have YouTube channels to show their thrifting, to show how they use their thrifted items, to show how they repurpose them and upcycle them, how they resell them. And also people who create from scratch items, and just creative people that I enjoy following. And I thought, well, I can do that, but I have a lot of hang-ups about making everything perfect. And so I've started by just making a few videos for, just on my camera, uploading them to Instagram, but you're limited to the amount of time. And so with YouTube, you can post longer videos, of course. And so that's going to be useful with me trying to show you how I make things, going on my thrifting hauls, and just the things that I want to share with you. So I realize that if I keep waiting for everything to be perfect, I'm never going to get there. So this is me, and I'm sitting at the edge of our garage. I was hoping to get our yard and the trees, and even though the sky is cloudy, I was hoping to get that, but I couldn't really angle my camera for all that. But I'm at the edge of our garage. You may hear dogs in the background. You may hear traffic down on the highway that's below us. You may hear my husband blowing a weed eater on the other side of the house. And if those things happen, I apologize for that ahead of time. But anyway, I've had a couple of trips to thrift stores this past week. Today is Thursday, and I went on Monday and Tuesday. Monday was the Goodwill that I go to in our local town. It's not even 5 minutes from my house. And then Tuesday, I took a short trip out into the countryside of the county where we live, which is a southeastern town. We are on the border with Tennessee and Virginia, and this particular community that I drove out to has a Methodist mission settlement where people can come and volunteer to help build the community up and support the community. And so people come from different Methodist churches from around the area. They grow plants to sell during the summer, beautiful, beautiful ferns. They do mums during the fall. I don't know what all they do, but I just found out recently that they have a thrift store. So Tuesday, I decided to drive out there when I finished with jury duty, and that's a whole nother video maybe at some point, but I am on jury duty right now. And I was not selected for the trial on Tuesday, so I got out a little earlier than I had anticipated. And I thought, well, why not drive out there and check this thrift store out? So I was really happy with it. There wasn't a huge selection of things, but I found enough to make me happy. So what I've done is I've combined the two things, because the haul that I had from our Goodwill on Monday wasn't a large one either. So this is kind of just an average size. So I'll start sharing with you now the things that I got at the Goodwill on Monday. And we'll start with these little molds. When I saw them, I thought, oh, cute little butt pans, and you could use them to bake individual little cakes. Also Jello molds, and then I have also seen some of the creative people that I follow use these for upcycling into pieces of decor. So if I do that, I'm not certain what that looks like. I've seen it before, but I really don't remember the details, so I'll have to go back and try to find those. But anyway, I got these, a set of 6. I got 2 of these votive candle holders that go in, the candle sconces rather, that go in the candle holders. But my idea for them is turning them upside down to be cloches. Of course, this one still has the rubber piece on it that keeps it steady when it goes in the candle holder, but this one was already removed, so it's a nice handle for it, so I won't need to apply a handle. I'll just clean these up and they'll make beautiful little mini cloches. I'm still getting Christmas items. And I couldn't pass this pretty little candy dish up, shaped as a Christmas tree with the gold trim around it. It's really nice cut glass. So I couldn't pass that up. You'll be seeing that out during Christmas. This is something that that I saw the time before last that I was at Goodwill, and it's pretty dirty. It has a made in Poland sticker on the inside, but on the bottom it has someone's name engraved in it. So I feel like it's handmade, and that sticker has just come off of something else, but definitely a ceramic piece. I just loved how the glaze is on it. I just couldn't pass it up the second time. I thought, this is meant for me to get. So I got it. I will be putting it probably in the shop. A lot of times when I buy things, I struggle with, oh, I like this so much, I want to keep it for my house. But I am trying to keep things in my home to a minimum. So, so this will probably go in the shop. But the good thing about buying things for your shop, if you do decide to keep it in your home, you can always put it in a shop later. If you put it in the shop and it doesn't sell, you can always bring it home. So, you know, there's a plus side to that. This is just a lovely cup. I liked the detail on the handle. And hopefully you caught me 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when I did my first candle pour. And my plan at this point is to continue making candles, scented candles out of soy wax, so they burn more cleanly. And rather than getting them in a uniform vessel, a jar or container, whatever, that looks uniform, I decided to put them in thrifted vessels. And so that may be a cup, it may be a bowl, it may be a flower pot, but this is what I bought that for. But these can also be used to put your bottle brush trees in at Christmas, or a bunny rabbit for this time of year, or even a planter to get a plant started. There's so many things that you can use cast aside teacups for. And then last from next to last from Goodwill was just this little salad bowl. You know, who remembers these from back in the 70s probably? I plan on painting it, adding it to maybe a candle holder or something to make it a riser, or you know, it still could hold a candle, but it could also be something to catch your keys in, to put your change in, to set a vase in, or a pot of flowers or something, or some artificial greenery. Just, there's so many options when you have things like that. One other thing from Goodwill was a picture frame. Actually, I'll show it to you because it's on the bottom of the things I got from the thrift store in out in the country the other day. Just picked up this little hydrangea. Didn't even have the stem to it, but you know, hydrangeas are one of my favorite flowers. I just love them. And do you know that according to the acidity of your soil, the color of your hydrangeas comes out based on the acidity of your soil? And I'm not sure if it's more acidic or less acidic, which colors it influences, but this pretty blue one here, I couldn't pass it up, and I can definitely use it in a wreath or some other kind of arrangement. I think you might have heard me say before, I love baskets, and I thought this one was well made, very well made, very pretty. It's not too orange. I don't need to do a thing with it except clean it. And then I'll put it in my shop for its next lucky owner to do with it whatever they want to do with it. Just an embroidery hoop. I have a few things that I make with embroidery hoops. I don't embroider anymore. Got these old eyes that make it harder to see, and It wasn't something I ever did a whole lot of anyway, but I do get the embroidery hoops when I see them, because I do have some things that I have made for the shop around Christmas time, and they sold really well. I typically don't buy heart-shaped things, but the floral in this was just so pretty. I could not pass up. And so that sold me on this heart-shaped dish, which, you know, can sit on the sink for soap. It can sit on the nightstand for your jewelry. It can sit on your dresser for your jewelry or your change or your keys, or it could just sit there all pretty as it is. But, you know, it's perfect. There are no cracks. There are no chips. It's just a little dirty, so I'll give it a good wash and it'll be in my shop. For someone who does love hearts and sees the beauty in this one. Candle vessel. Candle vessel. I'm not sure what this has been. There's a rim, so it has had a lid at one time. Maybe, I guess probably a sugar bowl maybe, but it's a little bit different from what I usually grab for pouring candles into, but it's in perfect shape. I love the blue and whites, and so I had to get it. This is a juice glass. I love the style of it. In fact, if there had been a whole set of these, I would have gotten a whole set to have probably in my home, but definitely to sell in the shop, because they're heavy. Probably, I was going to say anchor hocking, but it doesn't say anything on the bottom. It's a really nice glass, and it'll make a nice candle holder, candle vessel. One thing about being outside is sometimes there are little bugs. Even though it's March and the bugs aren't really out like they will be this summer, mosquitoes and gnats, there are one or two floating around right now. I couldn't pass up this little boy. Just a little ceramic piece, looks to be handmade. I don't know, but I thought it would be so cute. My niece is having a little boy, and in August or late July, and she's doing, the theme of the room is just old-fashioned boy. You know, it's not going to be any particular theme, but this might be something that she'll enjoy in the baby's nursery. These pans, first of all, it's great to have for in the kitchen. This is a Duncan Hines Baker's Secret brand, and I've bought these before. You can turn them upside down to make a riser out of them, or you can leave them as they are. You can keep them in the kitchen. It has a hole if you want to do something for decorating. You could easily you know, attach it through the hole, put the attachment through the hole, the hanger rather, through the hole. So I usually don't pass these up, although there were two and I only got one because I don't do a whole lot with them. Mainly I make them into risers. But it was only 49 cents. Something else that I can't pass up, besides baskets and birds, I love those, is nice quality picture frames. And this one is a nice heavy frame. It's got the, I paid $1.99 for it. It has, you know, the beautiful detail on it. I can paint this up. It does not have a glass, but you know what? This is a 5x7. It's going to be super easy to get a glass piece to replace it. Or I could put something in it that doesn't require a frame, or I'm sorry, a piece of glass. I don't know, but it'll definitely be painted up. Probably some wax to bring out these details. And see how, I don't think it's even been used. It's so clean on the back. Sometimes when I get picture frames, they're still in great shape on the front, but they've gotten, you know, sticky stuff on the back, or peeling or tearing on the back, something that, you know, and I can fix them. I almost always can fix them, but this one is perfect. So anyway, that's a really nice frame. Again, that came from the Methodist Mission store in the Frakes community of Bell County, Kentucky. This is another, I got, you know, I said I'm not that crazy about hearts, but look at this. I actually had this, I think it's home interiors. I'm not certain. It doesn't have a home interior sticker. It may not be, but I had one of these in my daughter's room when she was a little girl. Put everything pink in her room, and she did not like that. So when she got old enough to paint, she painted it so bright yellow that I would go in there to turn the lights off all the time, and the lights weren't on. It's just, that's how bright it was. But anyway, I think I took that out, and it's got a different picture in it now. I think I still have it. I'm not 100% certain, but anyway, it is very pretty. It's a little faded on the pink, but you know, I thought I'd keep it and clean it up and probably offer it on my online Etsy shop. I started an online Etsy shop in 2021 making just handmade things, and when I started my booth in the Emporium at 2120, which is a beautiful antique shop that is owned and operated by great friends of mine, and they offered space inside it for me to sell my things in. And I quickly realized I can't keep up with the volume of things that I need to hand make to fill this space that I have. And so I inactivated my Etsy shop, and but I'm getting ready to activate it again and sell the vintage things that I find when I'm thrifting. So this is something that could go in that shop, because this is definitely a part of the cottage style, cottage core that's really popular right now. And wouldn't it be lovely in a little girl's room, just like I used it several years ago. My daughter's my oldest child, and all my kids are in their 30s, so it's a long time that we had it. This is the frame actually that I got from Goodwill. I don't like these. I don't know if you can tell in the picture, but this is dimensional. This picture is not flush with the frame, or it's not set in behind, not the frame, but the mat. It is not sitting behind the mat. It is on top of the mat. So I won't really know until I get in here, but this is a nice mat. If I can get this picture out without tearing the mat, I can just paint the mat. I'll plan on painting the frame and adding a different picture inside behind the mat. It's not bad as it is, but it's not something that it's not, you know, really my style, but it's a really nice little picture. And it doesn't have the name on the back of it, of where it came from or anything. Oh, I forgot. There's actually one other thing that I got from Goodwill. Eat, drink, and be married. No one's getting married in my family, but my husband has been asking me for a while to, oh look, Layla's come in to get in the video now. She's my sweet little dog. She can be as tough to manage as a 3-year-old child too. She's not quite 2 years old yet, so you know, she is just a kid herself. But anyway, looks like she's probably been running around a lot and making herself known that she's here. But this, back to the sign. My husband has been asking me to make him a bird crossing sign or something that he could put out near our bird feeders. He said he just described it as like a Times Square sign. He wants it to be like Bird Square or something like that. So when I ran across this, I thought, oh well, there it is. It's already put together. All I need to do is paint it and add the add the words to it for him. So hopefully this is what he's looking for. It can hang either way. So I'm not sure yet how I'll make it, but anyway, that's the whole purpose of buying this. Also at the thrift store that I went to out in the county, out in the country side, were books, children's books. So some of them were free. In fact, they told me, I think they might have all been, because they said children's books were free. I had picked out these for my grandson, and then when they told me they're free, I thought, well, wait, let me get some more. And then I found some for my niece, my little great niece and nephew as well, Preston and Harmony. And but this one, you know, I'm sure that my little grandson's going to love this. He's 8 years old and he's reading chapter books. And this is How Loud Can You Burp? And so I know that's going to appeal to that little 8-year-old's humor. It's from the author of Why Is Snot Green? And so we may be on to that book as well when he finishes this one. But I think he'll enjoy this book. And then I got him this, he loves cat dog. So I got him this cat dog book. And then I got him a book called Tough Stuff. And it's a children's book about trauma. I don't know that, honestly, I think every child, you know, should be able to deal with whether they've been through trauma or not, but they need to learn how to process their emotions. It's something that as adults, many of us have not learned that. And I think as young children, the earlier, the younger they can learn these kinds of things, then the better, and hopefully more happier adults they'll be. But anyway, so this book is about childhood trauma or processing trauma. And so I haven't looked all the way through it yet, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be appropriate for him. And those are free. A couple other things that I was able to get there that I never pass them up when I see them are these big old Rubbermaid containers. This one's not Rubbermaid, but it's, you know, it's a good heavy plastic container, because as I buy things that are seasonal decor, I have to store them, just like the candy dish. I have to put it somewhere to protect it, but also to keep it in one place where when Christmas season is ready, you know, when I'm ready to start pulling those things out, then I can pull them out, use them, and you know, I'll know exactly where to get them. Layla's playing in the bushes over there. But I got this one and one twice its size that is Rubbermaid for $2.99 each. And they're in perfect shape, you know, lids are with them. And I was going to keep the lid free to show you just how big the other one is, but I missed it. I've started putting my things on top of it, so I'm not going to unload all that just to show you. But this one is, you know, as you can see, a really good size. Definitely easy to manage, you know, based on the size of it. You don't get it too heavy, and it's easier to move around. And the other one's quite a bit larger, so I'll have to be careful on how I load it so that it's not too heavy to scoot on the garage floor or whatever. But anyway, so these are the last couple of things that I got from the thrift store this past week. You know, I'm acquiring a lot right now, and I'm going to show you something. See if I can get that little silly dog in there. No, she's playing with the branch. She's got so much energy. I don't know what I'm going to do with her sometimes. She probably needed a much younger couple than my husband and I. Somebody that would have the energy that matches hers, and we don't, that's for sure. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I have started acquiring a lot of things. It's not, you know, beyond being able to manage, but I just need to stop for a minute. I know a lot of people thrifters feel that if you don't get out there regularly and shop for things, that you're missing things. And while that's true, I am trying to be very, very intentional so that I don't end up with an overstock of things that I don't have room for. So probably starting today, and you all can hold me accountable, I'm probably going to try to work through my stock, my inventory, or, you know, my stash, depending on what you call it. Probably going to try to work through those things and get some things out on the shelf and on listed in my online Etsy shop, and before I buy any more, because I do have some furniture pieces that I want to get started with, and I feel like I've got to stop with the smalls so that I can have the motivation and the time to move on to the larger pieces. So anyway, we're just under 25 minutes, and it's kind of like the length of my attention span. I hope you've enjoyed this, and you know, maybe at some point I'll have the all the professional looking headers and logos and all that stuff, but right now I don't have those things. And if I had waited, I wouldn't be finishing up this video now. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this thing off and go get busy creating a few things. And I hope that you liked it. If you do like it, please subscribe. You'll probably be my first subscriber. And like the video as well. And leave me comments, because comments are what lets us know what you like, what you want to see, what we can do better. And this is all for, you know, helping people out, giving you some ideas, hopefully. I've certainly gotten lots of ideas from the folks that I follow on social media, and I hope that I can pass that on to others as well. So with that said, everybody have a great day. It's almost the weekend. Friday will be here in a few hours, and I hope you have, you know, a great rest of your Thursday. See you soon. Bye.